Hello, happy Friday to everybody. How you all doing out there? Good to see you, and welcome to Volume 2 of Todd Rundgren, The Records. And last week I gave you a little bit of background on my kind of history with Todd and everything else about my interactions with Todd and my life with Todd. So we got that out of the way. As you can see, a little better lighting this week. Thank you, Rob. My good friend Rob took care of that for me. Uh, so just a little bit. Just want to make a little something clear here. The purpose of this uh, show is that I feel uh, that there's a lot of Todd Rundgren fans out there who know of his initial Bearsville catalog of recordings and his and Utopias, and you may own that whole catalog. But Todd has so many between limited editions, box sets, official bootlegs, live DVDs, live audio CDs, um, combination audio, CD DVD sets, box sets. So, what the goal of this is now, as you can see behind me here, is my collection. Now, by no means is it the biggest collection of Todd stuff out there. I could probably put about 50 more in there. And I don't duplicate, I don't have to have every Japanese version that comes out. I know there's a lot of guys out there. A friend of mine, Sam Schilling, he makes sure he gets every version of every disc. I don't really go that far. I'm more interested in the content. I'm more interested in a broad spectrum of what he has there and not I try to get the best remastered versions of whatever I have, or whatever I can acquire, and I move on from there and find other great things that are out there that Todd has released. So basically, what this is for you guys out there who you may have a good selection of Todd stuff. This here was years and years of collecting to get all that. So maybe there's people out there that are interested in some of these other recordings that aren't the normal run of the mill catalog releases, and they're sometimes a little pricey. So what I try to do here is pull from my library, show you some different releases, and basically give you some background on them and my thoughts and opinions on the quality of them and the actual content and the packaging and whatever. And this way, you could decide maybe that's something I might want to get. Maybe that's something I might want to buy and add to my collection. So instead of you having to basically go in and look through everything and try to figure out what might be something that appeals to you, I'm trying to bring some things out here to maybe make it a little easier for you. So that's basically what I do here is I just pull from the catalog here and bring out what I think is a review, let's say, or a discussion. So that being said, let's get started. By the way, we're only doing a half hour from now on. I did an hour last week. I realize you guys are all busy out there. You got so much to do, and sitting for an hour listening to me talk about Todd Rundgren CDs that maybe you don't own, it might be a little long. So we're going to be going half hour. As far as this live stream is concerned, I have some special live streams I'm going to be doing in the future. They will be probably an hour long, and who knows, maybe sometimes longer. I'm going to have guests. I'm going to be flying into the screen here and working on that. So that's in the future. So I'm going to do as I did last week and just randomly grab something. I don't have anything planned. I don't have notes. This is all from right here. Okay? So let's just get started with, how about this? This is a real good one. I'm going to bring this out to you so you can see that. This is the BBC recordings, or Todd Rundgren at the BBC, 1972 to 1982. Unbelievable, phenomenal piece here. I got it on eBay. I lucked out. I did get it brand new, still sealed. And because it had, you probably can't see it, it had a little slight crease in the cover right here. I got it for like $35. So I've seen it go as high as, 100 or more. And it is a little hard to find at this point, but I do believe there's still it's still actually being manufactured. Let's just say, maybe not in large quantities. I could be wrong about that, but I know there's some copies out there. Anyway, let's get to it. So it's a clamshell box, as you can see, and inside is just a beautiful, beautiful. So there's the back right there. It gives you all the details. As you can see, it's a glossy, very high gloss cover, as you can tell by the glare there. So what you get inside here is a very nice, beautiful little booklet here. Okay. And what you're going to get is a lot of words and a lot of pictures. And maybe the whole history. Well, not maybe. You're going to get the whole history of Todd's interactions with the UK and with the BBC. And he's done quite a bit over there for the BBC, as witnessed by this box set. So here's what we get. We get 4 discs in here, all individually packaged in their own little mini album sleeves. And we have 3 CDs and 1 DVD. So let's start with the CDs. And again, I did not wear my glasses, so this might not be as easy as I thought it would be. Okay, so first disc. Okay, this will be easier to read. So what you get here is you get his BBC Radio 1 in concert, which is from 1972. So this would have been right after Something Anything was released. And you get 6 songs. I Saw the Light, Wouldn't Have Made Any Difference, Piss Aaron, Hello It's Me, Be Nice to Me, and Black Mariah. This was a solo performance. Basically, no band, him at the piano. And then for Black Mariah, he switches to the electric guitar. And we get a nice workout on the old axe at that point. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, you also get in here the audio of Utopia, Todd Rundgren and Utopia, as they referred to at the time. From 1975, the BBC Old Grey Whistle Test, which is I know it's a strange name to some of you out there, but it was a live TV broadcast in the UK that featured live performances. At the time in the UK, you had a lot of lip sync type things, Top of the Pops, other shows. Old Grey Whistle Test, they were unique in the fact that they did actual live, it was a live gig, basically. So you get the audio for that, and you get the 2 songs that they did perform, Real Man and The 7 Rays. The 7 Rays is phenomenal. Great version. This would be the version of Utopia, the interim version between when the 6-piece original Utopia, or Mark II as I call it, Utopia broke up, and the Mark III, which was the from Ra on with Kasim. So you get here the version of Utopia that is Todd, of course, Roger, Willie, and John Sigler, left over from the 6-piece original Mark II Utopia. And on background vocals, you get 2 people, and one of them being a man named Luther Vandross. You might recognize that name. Todd took him to England with him for this tour. At the time, he was, 75, would have been right after he hooked up with Bowie for the Young Americans album, and basically wrote the song Fascination for Mr. Bowie, and he is credited as a co-writer on that. So this would have been right after that. You got Luther on background vocals, and my mistake, I'm sorry, I do not recall the other guy's name. He's a phenomenal singer too, and I know he's slightly famous also. You probably recognize his name. Sorry about that. Okay, we're going to get back to this because the DVD is going to refer right back to this. We'll get to that in a minute. Disc 2, phenomenal once again. So we have Todd Rundgren and Utopia, BBC Radio 1 in concert. Now, this was a radio broadcast only, not television broadcast. So, again, you have a really good set of music here. We have Freedom Fighters, Mr. Triscuits, Something's Coming, They go together, of course. The Last Ride, Sunset Boulevard, and La File Internationale. Heavy Metal Kids, The Wheel, Open My Eyes, Sons of 1984, Do Ya, and Couldn't I Just Tell You. You might have heard some of this stuff before on the live at the Hammersmith Odeon disc, which we're going to talk about in the future. I have back there, and across various compilations and box sets, bits and pieces. But in my opinion, this is the best mastering, remastering, whatever you want to call it, job of this particular concert. This whole box set was put together with a lot of love and a lot of care, with Todd's complete assistance, and he was in on the whole thing. So what you're going to get here is the full concert. Like I said, there's a few songs on here that aren't on the Hammersmith official bootleg and other places. So we got that. That's disc 2. Disc 3. Okay. We have, again, now we're into the Kasim Sultan era. So we have Utopia from 1977. Again, BBC Radio 1 in concert, which was a radio broadcast only. And we have on this Overture, Mountaintop and Sunrise, and of course, Communion with the Sun, which always follows. Love of the Common Man, Sunburst Finish, Jealousy, Windows, the full Sing Ring and the Glass Guitar. Remember, Sing Ring and the Glass Guitar, there are not many full live versions as far as audio is concerned, and as far as videotape is concerned, or film, very, very little. But it's a fantastic full-length Sing Ring and the Glass Guitar, and it leads into Utopia theme, kind of blends into, and they end with the Utopia theme. Not the full Utopia theme, but a partial on that. Kind of medley-ish, the way they stick it in at the end. But worth it just for Sing Ring and the Glass Guitar, man. I'm telling you, phenomenal. This is 1977, so this would have been the Raw tour. If you look on YouTube, you'll see that the German concert that they did, Rock Palast. When they went to Europe, they did not bring the whole rock setup, the pyramid and the Sphinx and all that. So it was pretty pared down. It was mostly about the music, not too much theatrics. That's what this performance is going to bring to you when you see this, or hear this rather. That's disc 3. Now disc 4, beautiful DVD. Look at that beautiful cover. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Anyway, so now we're going to go back, actually, because what we're going to get on this is some of the stuff we've already talked about, except it's going to be on DVD, so you can watch it too. So what we have here is Todd Rundgren and Utopia, the old Gray Whistle test that I spoke about earlier. So you're going to get the video versions of Real Man and the Seven Rays from that TV broadcast, remastered, beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous to look at. Beautiful sound. It is in mono. It's not stereo because of the TV broadcast, and at the time there was no stereo TV broadcast, so I don't think they wanted to go in and mess with those original tapes, but they did remaster that mono audio beautifully. Okay, and then we're going to get the Todd Rundgren when he in '82. He also went and did the old Gray Whistle test by himself when he was on the solo tour right after Healing, where he just basically took the stage himself with video behind him, his piano, his acoustic guitar, and some backing tapes, at the time tapes. So what you're going to get here is the full hour, and you're going to get Love of the Common Man, Wouldn't Have Made Any Difference, Too Far Gone, Can We Still Be Friends, Song of the Viking, Compassion, Lysistrata, Tiny Demons, Time Heals, One World, and A Dream Goes On Forever. Couldn't ask for a better set list, right? I mean, I'm good enough for me. So anyway, they make note here that a couple of these songs were not even on the original broadcast of the actual video tape broadcast that was shown in the UK. So you do get Lysistrata and Song of the Viking are completely bonus tracks here. And Time Heals is actually the video of Time Heals, which he presented to the audience, and then we see actually on the screen as a full screen, as if we were watching it on YouTube or something like that. So you get all that on this DVD, and then you get a little something called the BBC Old Whistle Test from 1978. And what you're going to get is the Bearsville Picnic, it's called. And it's from 1977. It was a special that they did on UK television about Bearsville Records and their story and their artists. And this is where, my friends, all of that video you see of Sing Ring and the Glass Guitar with the pyramid and the smoke and the jets driving, up from the drum set, this is where you're going to find that. It's not complete. So the beginning is not there. It starts basically at Willie's drum solo. And there are some interview segments that pop in and out. Bob Harris, who was the presenter of Old Grey Whistle Test, he comes in with a few interview spots, which are actually pretty interesting. It's Todd showing him some computer graphics, stuff that he was very early in the stages of. And so it's just a phenomenal. This DVD alone, I would buy, by itself, because you get so much on here. So basically, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 different things on this DVD, 4 different instances of Todd on video. And again, you get that Sing Ring and the Glass Guitar, man. You can't beat that, okay? So there you go. That's our first selection of the day. And all I can say about this is, if you find it, and you find it for whatever, if you can get it cheaper, but I'll tell you what, if you have the money and you want to spend it, even if you see this for $60, $65, $75, I recommend you buy it, because it ain't going to be around for much longer. And I don't think it's going to be, redone or remastered or whatever, put out. But again, I talked about them last week. This comes from that Esoteric record label over there in the UK, who've been putting out some unbelievable Todd Rundgren stuff over the years. It's part of what's called the Todd Rundgren Archive series that they did over there. So it's number 4 in the Archive series. Okay, let's move on to something else. We don't have a whole lot of time here. Let's see. Let's see. By the clock on the wall, I see we have 20 minutes left. Do we? Yes. Yes, the clock on the wall says 20 minutes. Thank you, Wendy. Appreciate it. So let's move on. Ooh, what do we want to look at? Well, let's just look at this. Okay. Well, we'll do a quick one. Okay, we get it out. I'm jammed in here tight, people. Okay. So, DVD, The Ever Tortured Artist Effect. Yes, the full movie, hour and a half, with the bonus video Syncrasy, the video single that Todd put out in the mid-'80s. Hint, hint, I uploaded it to YouTube. You can watch the whole thing there. It's already close to 600 views. My most viewed upload to YouTube. And it is in very, very HQ audio and video, as you will see. Beautiful upload I did of this. But you may want to own it. So I will tell you the truth. I've been seeing this on eBay for like $20 all over the place. All of a sudden, in the last few months, it's popping up like I've never seen. So go to eBay and try to get it there. I want to mention something too. The whole point of this is for you to purchase these items, and I want to say, in every instance when I purchase anything, whether it's from Todd or whoever, I purchase something from eBay, Amazon, Discogs, I will always try to find the best price I can get for something that's new and sealed, because then that it's somewhere along the distribution chain, the artist has received some money for that, as opposed to you buying it used, and the only person really at that point making any money off it is the seller. In some instances, you don't have a choice, and I, as a hardcore collector of Todd stuff and some other artists that I collect, I will have to say, okay, I've done everything I could to find it new. I can't find it, so I will purchase it used. But I would say 75% of what you see behind you here, I bought new, sealed, and I got it at the best price I could get it at. And most times it was in a very good price range. So if you want to check this out for yourself, own a copy, you can get it cheap. And I have seen sealed new copies of it. Of course, by this time, they're probably been sitting in somebody's collection, and I don't think Todd's going to be making any money off them at this point. He did make money when they were originally sold, obviously. But so that's that. I'm not going to go on too long with this because, like I said, you can just watch it on my YouTube channel. And I appreciate it if you do. And I want you to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget about that. And the like. Hit that like. Thank you. Okay. We're going to move on, and we're going to hit up with, what did we talk about yet? What did we talk about last week? Oh, let's do some quickies. Just some quickies. And I know just where to go. Where is it? Here it is. Disco Jets. Yeah, Disco Jets, people. So everybody knows about this, right? This is an instrumental album put out that same period I was just talking about. This is the interim Utopia, as I like to call them, the Mark 2.1. So this would be Todd, Roger, John Siegler, and Willie Wilcox. And it's all instrumental. And I'm going to tell you, I know some people don't like instrumental music, but if you're a Todd fan, you probably do, because he's done quite a bit of it, right? This is just such a great CD. I love it. I mean, it just reminds me of the whole period, the first Utopia album, the Initiation, the Todd album. It fits very nicely into that era, And my favorite couple of songs on here actually are the title track is just really incredible. The Star Trek theme is very, very cool. Just everything on here is good. They're all short songs. I mean, the CD itself I think it's about 35 minutes long. So it's not a long CD. I got it off of Amazon, brand new, for like $17. Pretty cheap. So if you're like that era, if you like, for instance, say the Icon, or you like Freak Parade, or Utopia theme, or from the Todd album, if you like, Drunken Blue Rooster, or the more experimental stuff. Although, like I say, very short songs and very memorable. And, I walk around humming a lot of these songs, singing them in my head instrumentally after I put it on. It really sticks with me. Love this album. Like I said, you can find it on Amazon, like $17. If you got Amazon Prime, you won't even have to pay shipping. Here's another good one. Okay, we're moving right along. This is one I'm going to have some issues with. Okay. So right now, this is the only way, as far as domestically, you can get this, which is the Network, aka the Network album, or Utopia. So I looked high and low. There's not a lot going on with this. I don't know what's happening in the Rundgren camp that they're not working on this, but this comes from Canada. It's from someplace called Unidisc. I don't know. I guess it's because it was a one-off, and the label that it was on died a fast death, which left them stranded in the middle of nowhere as far as promotion and that kind of thing. So this is like the oddball Utopia album. But so anyway, I was able to get this. It's like $15. I had very high hopes. It's a mini LP jacket, so it's got the gatefold. No lyrics, but it's got the all the credits and information in there. Here's the back. Okay. Problem though, big problem. I'm going to tell you that the mastering on this, not impressed, man. This sounds basically like those old Rhino remasters that came out in '92, which, if you heard me last week, I am not fond of. And I know that's what a lot of you have out there, because to get them cheap, that's what's out there right now. If you don't have the money, I'm not saying they're horrible, but to my audiophile ears, I'm not happy. I have some of them still left up here, but as a matter of fact, quite a few, and I hold on to them just because it's Todd. But anyway, you can get this. It's widely available. It's all over the place. You'll get it new, sealed from this company in Canada called Unidisc. It's all there is that I can. I mean, I'm sure there's some import stuff I haven't looked into. Maybe somebody else can let me know in the comments if they know of anywhere where I can acquire a. I know that all the companies that in Europe that have done remasters and limited editions and blah blah blah. I have not seen it. Maybe in Japan. I'm not real up on all the Japan releases because they're way too out of my price range. But if you are interested in owning it on CD, you can get it. It's maybe to you it'll sound all right. To me, I have issues with it, but it's all I got, so I do listen to it because it's a phenomenal album. I mean, it is the whole album, the 3 sides. If you remember, the vinyl was a full album and a half an album, so it was a double disc with 3 sides. You get all 15 or 16 songs, whatever. Good one. Just we need to get a new version, Todd. Get out there and remaster this or do something with it, okay? Please, I'm begging you. All right. What do we got on time? Well, I see by the old clock on the wall, we only have room for one more. And I'm going to go with, oh, you know what? Let's do this. Oh, that's going to take too long. I love that too much. Okay. Here's what I want to do. So I told you last week about the Etzel records, the reissues, where you get the 2 discs, or 2 albums across 2 discs, and in some cases 3 albums across 2 discs with tons of bonus material and the Paul Myers, biography stuff in the booklet and all that great stuff. Okay, so this is their remaster and re-release of Something Anything. I just listened to it last night, and I'm very busy with everything going on with all my Facebook stuff and YouTube and everything, so I don't really have a lot of time to sit and listen straight through to full albums, so I decided last night I was just going to kick back and listen to side 3 because I was really in the mood for Black Mariah. So I popped this on, and it was the first time I had heard side 3. I had listened to a little bit previous. I just only acquired it about a month ago. Man, I'm going to tell you, I have never heard Something Anything sound like what I heard last night on my headphones. Black Mariah just kicks in, and I got to tell you that, man, this is this thing you're going to hear from me often, so get used to it. I heard things I have never heard before. Man, I mean, first of all, we talk about Todd being a great vocalist, a great guitarist, a great songwriter, a great this. Man, the drums on I'm a drummer. I'm telling you, the drums on Black Mariah is one of the best drum tracks I have ever heard. There is stuff going on that he's playing on there that I'm just absolutely amazed. This is 1972. He's a kid, right? He's already a multi-instrumentalist. Now he's hitting the drum kit, and I'm telling you, and the sound of the drum kit, the reverb on it, the mix that he did on this remaster, I had heard it like I never heard it before. Some of the syncopated things he does. I mean, he's doing things that a drummer who's been playing for 10, 15, 20 years, he's pulling off on Black Mariah on this. Okay, that's the drums. Then I'm hearing the guitar work, just unbelievable. I mean, just blows me away every time I hear it. But this time I was sitting there like this. My jaw was on the ground just listening to him just burn, man. The solo, of course, in the middle and the solo at the end. Oh my God, the phrasing, the tonality of his guitar, the solo is just so ripping. And then all through the verses and the choruses, all these little guitar riffs just going from left to right across the stereo field. The mix itself is phenomenal. That's just Black Mariah I'm talking about, okay? There's 4 more songs on this side, or maybe 5. Okay, but I'm telling you, if you could pick this up, this is from Etzel Records over in the UK. It's part of that series that I told you about last week. There's like the Runt one we talked about last week, Runt and Ballad of, and they're all, as you can see, they're all uniform. My OCD loves this. You see how they're all put together. They're all exactly the same. They're a series. So, and I have them all. It took me a couple of years to get them all. But this is what I listen to now. I don't listen to the Bearsville, the Rhino reissues and such. These are my go-tos because these are. And I have heard that some of the Japanese remasters are even better than this. But guess what? This is good enough for me. This stuff kicks ass. Okay. So anyway, I want to get to one more little thing about this before I go out of here. Everybody talks about Bat Out of Hell. We all know the story. Jim Steinman, God bless him, rest in peace, brother. Jim Steinman talks about, hey Todd, I need a motorcycle effect for this song. Can we fly in some sound effects? And Todd says to him, nah, we don't need that. Let me grab this guitar over here. Boom. 5 minutes later, there's your motorcycle. Well, guess what, people? That isn't the first time he did that. Little Red Lights. Okay? When you're done tonight listening to me, go grab your CD. Put on Little Red Lights. Last track on the third side of the album. He's revving up that engine. Only this time it's a car engine. And I'm telling you, it's the same exact sound that he uses on the Meatloaf album to rev up the motorcycle. Check it out. I kid you not. It's a little more intense. Okay? It's a real, he's revving those wheels up, man. That engine is blasting. Okay? And you can tell it's guitar. So let's not forget, he did that in 72 when he was a little kid. Basically, he was already doing things so beyond what anybody else was doing at the time and still does to this day. Right? Hey, I love all you guys. Next week, I'll be back with more cool Todd Rundgren stuff. Look at all we got here. I haven't even scratched the surface. Right? I see not too many people are watching live, but I think you'll watch it on the replay. If you haven't, get to it. See you, everybody. Peace out. See you on Facebook. Don't forget my Facebook groups, Todd Rundgren, and anything related to Todd Rundgren, and the T Archives. Okay? See you all next week. Same time, same channel. JoeyBruno MusicArchives. Oh, and check out all my uploads. All Todd Rundgren so far. I haven't uploaded anything but Todd Rundgren. Lots of cool, rare stuff up there.